and I think it's awesome. I can see a lot of personalities already here.
Yeah.
So tell me, what inspired the team for this year's CPBI International Congress and Expo?
What inspired us is that we want to bring people to think outside the box of regular things that's happening on the earth now. So we want people to think extraordinarily. The basic thing we want to achieve in this Congress is to develop capacity. Human capacity development. We want to get people to begin to think the new era of handling emergencies.
Yeah.
Emergency response, that's number one. Number two is concept of educational, new contemporary issues on education. What is comparative analysis of what is happening on that side of the world? What is happening in Canada in education? What is happening in Africa in education? What is happening in Asia, Middle East in education? These are the things we want to highlight in this Congress. So at the end of the Congress, after highlighting some of the issues that has to do with educational challenges in different areas of different countries, we can now come out with what are the profile solutions, the best practice for educational environment. What are the things that the best impact on people to knowledge, and then, we'll develop ideas and we'll put our heads together to create a better educational environment for the world.
Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Now, Toronto is hosting, this Congress for this is the maiden edition, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So I want to ask, what unique opportunities does the city, offer these international delegates that are coming here today?
The unique opportunity is that, traveling is education.
Yeah.
And the opportunity it offers to Canada is that people are coming. You can see people coming from the United States. You see people coming from Africa, and also from European Union. So it's going to boom the economy of Canada too, because these people they're not going to sleep on the road. They're going to stay in a hotel. They're going to invest their money, spend their money in transport, spend their money in accommodation, take lunch, hang out. These are economical booming concepts that these guys who are coming from outside the country. And then for those of us who are within Canada, we're also supporting the economy of Canada. So when people come in all over the world, they invest into this country. And of course, Canada is interested in people who are coming outside the country to invest into Canada. So Canada economy is boomed by this conference. Awesome. And other thing, and people in Canada also will learn what are the things what is happening on the other side of the world. What is happening on that side? And people coming from outside will also learn what is happening in this country that is booming the educational sector to be like oil and gas industry in some African countries, So you find out that education is the major source of revenue of Canada. And of course, you can see that most of the world is trooping into Canada to have the concept of education. Yeah. So this conference will also highlight those benefits that Canada provides in education.
That's interesting. Yeah. Now, before I let you go, because I know you are already itching to be inside the hall. Yeah. Now, what does climate change have to, do with, this Congress? Because I've seen one of the keynote messages that have to be taken in this Congress, talking about, something in line with the climate change and all that. So how does that relate?
Now, we said, when the first state, something I made, I said that we want people to think outside the box. And you can no longer predict the environmental changes that occur globally. You can't really, one of the most unpredictable situations in the world is the climate now. Yeah. You can have, for instance, for a layman, you can have rain this morning, the next second you're having a different winter or whatever. So these are the things what are the causes of all this? Global warming, there are a lot of issues with it. Expert is there. We have a professor, the global expert in environment is here. Yeah, Professor Mom, and he is going to tell us what is going on in the world. What are we expecting? What are the global challenges we are going to face with the environment? So these are the issues we are going to. Prof will highlight much about that when he comes on stage.
Before I let you go, can you give us insight into one or two of the personalities that you have brought into these events to be able to educate people on certain things that are key?
Yes.
And what will be the highlight for you throughout this conference?
Now, one of the most important person I feel that we have in this 2, 3, 4, 5. They hope everybody is important, but to bring the Honorable Commissioner of Education to this country for this purpose is very important.
Yeah.
To bring an attorney who is Attorney Jacqueline, who is very busy in his practice in Canada, the best immigration attorney in Canada, to be here is very important. We have a lot of Associate Professor John Obebo is one of the best professors in occupational health in the world, an academia in engineering, and an environmental expert. He's also here. These are renowned professionals in the world that are here. We have people coming from Quebec in Canada that are here. We have people coming from, we have one of the best United States medical psychologists is here. Dr. Francis Kada here. A whole lot of others are here. And we have put in much into this.
Right.
We have invested much into this project. And of course, a lot of guys, we also had challenges. We had a lot of people whose visa were just released yesterday.
Oh.
So they can't be spirit and be here. So that is the immigration challenges we had in the course of this. But we are recording success. This is a big decision, and I believe we're going to do better as time progresses. Appreciate.
Doc, I want to say congratulations, and we look forward to a great congress, starting in the next couple of minutes.
Thank you.
And I'm sure that it's going to be an awesome one indeed.
Okay. So, we expect you inside, of course.
All right. You trust the doc. He's already hearing me. All right. Okay. Distinguished Prof. Honorable Prince Mom. Honorable, it's nice to have you in Canada.
Same here.
In fact, you are looking good every day, and
like
even
you.
younger.
I look like you too.
Wow. That's our own esteemed Commissioner of Education from River State, Nigeria.
Yeah, right.
Wow. How was your trip, sir?
Yeah, it was okay. It was smooth.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Now you are you're actually presenting a delivery on you are the keynote speaker for today, right? If I'm not mistaken.
You're right.
Okay, and you'll be speaking on global environmental issues and all that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'll be speaking global challenges of contemporary education,
Okay.
Globally and more in the developing countries. And I'll also be doing some presentations on global environmental challenges. These are the two key areas I'll be talking on in the course of this conference this week.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, I'm really interested in the area of global environmental issues and all that. So I want to ask you just a few questions on that.
Okay.
So what are the most critical actions industries can take today to mitigate the environmental impact?
Well, first of all, I need to identify the various environmental challenges that the world is facing today. And one of the critical ones is the issue of climate change.
Yeah.
Many people still politicize it, thinking it's not real. But just what is even happening in Toronto here for the past few days attests to the fact that the climate is actually changing. In fact, it's been raining, cat and dog for the past how many days, which is very much, unusual.
Unusual, yeah.
Yeah, in this season, in this part of the, of the country. That is an attestation that the climate is actually, changing. Now, this climate change is naturally, occurring, and it could also be exacerbated by human anthropogenic activities.
Okay.
I know there's oil and gas activities going on in Canada here, this may be, and other industrial activities. All these have helped to increase global warming, and of course, the end point of it is climate change.
That's right.
With their consequences, all-round consequences. And of course, these consequences have impact on human life and development.
Yeah.
We must appreciate the fact that our human activities in terms of trying to live and earn our living have all contributed to global warming and climate change. Our burning activities from our home, from the cooking, our vehicular emissions, our industrial boilers, and they just name them. All these have helped to increase, the global climate, or global warming, and of course the climate change.
Okay.
So industrialists should think of green, energies. Green energies that are recyclable or renewable, unlike the hydrocarbon-based, energy source, which have very deleterious impacts on the human, environment.
Okay.
So we're saying that all industrial activities taking place within human, space should consider its impact on the environment and take some proactive measures to mitigate these, impacts so that we can save the planet Earth. Of course, we have no other one than
What we have.
and of course, human life.
Yeah.
If life was going to exist the next couple of years, then we should take some proactive measures towards mitigating the impact of these environmental changes we are introducing in course of our trying to live and earn our livings in the environment.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Now, given the global nature of environmental issues right now, how can nations collaborate more effectively?
Yeah, well, that's where the world is going to come, global commitment and collaboration. No country does alone, because what is happening in Canada could be affecting what is happening in the United States.
That's right.
And just other parts of the world. So that's why global commitment, is involved. And that's why the series of conventions, agreements being which have to be implemented. It's only when we appreciate the fact that what happens to Mr. A could have a negative impact, or what is happening in country A could have a negative impact on country B, and vice versa.
Yeah.
And that is, the world is a global space, that is always mentioned. There is need for us to say that, look, we make commitments. And as part of our budgetary expenses every year, every country must be able to make some budgetary provisions for mitigating climate change and other environmental challenges that have been posed by their industrial activities taking place in each of the countries. So global commitment is involved through the various conventions that people have been talking about, and commitment, not just merely endorsing, but commitment towards implementations of the tenets of such conventions.
Okay. Lastly, Prof. Now, what do you think about innovation and technology in all of this? And looking at Africa, how can Africa, be in the forefront as regards some of these solutions?
First of all, what I appreciate that the more the industrialization is taking place, the more innovations are taking place, the more environmental issues are also arising.
That's right.
Because there is always a price you pay for development. When you're bringing some innovations, of course, this innovation will have some impact on the environment. African countries must wake up. We shouldn't wait until the problems begin to weigh us down. We must take planning. That's why environmental planning is very, very important. The African countries must begin to take proactive measures, to putting factors into consideration in every planning that is being done, so that can be a mitigative measure against the unwanted damages that this development may bring to our societies. So it's important from the planning stage we integrate this, because when you don't plan for it, then of course it will overwhelm you, and every little emergency may turn into a disaster because of lack of proper planning. But if planning is being put in place, be able to at least minimize the impact of it. We may not actually eliminate the impact, but at least make it minimal to as low as reasonably possible. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much, Prof. We look forward to a great delivery today.
I expect it.
All right, thank you so much.
Right, thank you.
All right, that's the Honorable Commissioner of Education of Rivers State, Nigeria, and we are glad to have him here in Toronto. Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you so much. Like I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special personality here on set with us, and we would love her to introduce herself. So let's meet this beautiful woman that is standing beside me here on the red carpet. May we meet you, ma'am? How are you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Oh my goodness.
My name is Jacqueline Ozo.
Okay.
So I'm a lawyer in Canada,
Okay.
Ontario. I'm an immigration lawyer.
Oh.
I practice immigration and refugee law.
Wow.
And then I'm also the lawyer for Canadian Pure Breed Institution and St. Martha College.
Wow, that's interesting. A whole lot on your table. So how are you coping?
We have to have no choice.
Enough energy, right? My, oh my. Okay, so tell me about the CPBI, okay, which you are a lawyer to and an attorney. So tell us. So what's the concept of this college? What's the concept? What are we looking at? Certain colleges have a direction at which, and what they want to really achieve, in the academia and all that. So what's the concept for CPBI?
Okay, from a legal perspective, because I'm sure Dr. Anyanwu will be the best person to answer that question. So Dr. Anyanwu approached me and told me he wanted to start a college,
That's right.
school, on health and safety.
Health and safety.
Yes.
So that's the focus.
That's the focus.
That's right.
Because I know he's an authority on health and safety. So I encouraged him the much I could through the legal aspects, how to get his incorporation done, and then the various licenses to get as well.
No.
So that's my contribution.
All right, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Okay, so I know you're more on the legal side and all that, but you have insight to what it's all about. So because that will also help you to defend when you need to, take some legal counsel and all that to the board and all that. So now, from your point of view, what should we expect from this college?
I think it's the first of its kind in Canada. Because I know that there isn't any health and safety institution or college in Canada. So I'm expecting, coming from an authority like Dr. Anyanwu, that it will be of very high standard. And I'm sure the products of the school, hopefully eventually if we get to university standard, will be ones that will be recognized anywhere in the world.
That's right.
So I do expect a lot. I know that he will be able to achieve his dream.
Okay, I know from the introduction he made about you, he said quite a lot of things, how your input has made so much, and the progress that we are seeing today, it's also because you were behind the scene making sure that quite a lot of things and the right direction also to make things work properly and all that, so they won't make mistakes and all that. So you did all that. Now, before I let you go, today we're having this Congress where we have international delegates coming in here to be part of this. In other words, it's more like a prelude to what is about to happen.
Yes.
So when are we expecting this to come up fully? When are we looking at, when should students begin to look at the registering and coming in and resumption and all that?
So today there's going to be inauguration of the college, of the academic board.
Okay.
And then I believe after that, then the registration will be open.
Oh, really?
Because everything has been set. There's a venue for the school.
My God.
And then they already have the lecturers for the school, and they're all renowned lecturers. So I believe after the conference, anybody can register.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, finally, I have seen the caliber of persons that you guys have brought in, from all over the world to make sure that this Congress, which actually precedes the next step for this college. Now, what should we expect from this gathering today?
Well, we can only expect the best.
All right.
The best, yes. So we have Honorable Commissioner for Education
River State.
Who is here.
Yeah.
We have some other professors and academic who are all here. So we expect the best, and we know we'll get the best.
Now, I was wondering why did we need to travel so far when we have a lot of them also here?
Oh, you mean here in Canada?
Yeah, in Canada, right?
Because this is the first. It's important that you're here. This is the first of this. This is the first conference. So it's important. This is an inaugural. This is the first conference. So it's important that you're here. That we're here today, at least for the first one. I'm sure the subsequent ones will probably make accommodation for people to join in online.
Okay.
So that they won't have to travel so far.
Wow.
And then that's it.
That's beautiful. So I want to let you go because I know that the Honorable Commissioner is about to take his keynote message. Okay. Now, what should people who have come in today for this Congress, as someone who is part of the planning for what we are saying today and the caliber of persons you said, you said that they should expect the best. Now, for you, what will be the highlight in all of this? What will be that niche that you could look at and say, yes, this is actually a success and we are heading in the right direction?
I'm hoping Doctor will call for reviews from people that attended the conference.
Okay.
To give their own personal reviews, but I know that with the caliber of people that we have here, there is no way you won't go out with learning more.
Yeah.
So health and safety is not my field, but I know that coming here that I will learn something about health and safety. So I'm expecting that I'll go out with more knowledge than I have, and I'm hoping that other people that are here as well will also go out with more knowledge and learn more about that area of specialization.
And that's key because you that will be, as the attorney for the school as well. I think it's key. It seems like also another area that you're also diving into to just get one or two. So it helps prepare for any damages. Hopefully they won't, right? All right, thank you. It's nice having you, Jacqueline. Thank you so much for being here. And we are glad to have you. All right. Do enjoy yourself and have a beautiful time.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, guys, thank you. That's the attorney for the CPBI, and it's nice having her on set. And you've heard her. She's given an input, and we've seen that this college is actually on the verge of just emerging and being one of the colleges that you can identify with and you'll be proud of. So thank you. We're still here, right? Cheers.
On indigenous communities, and we pledge to listen, learn, and stand in solidarity with indigenous peoples in their ongoing struggles for justice and self-determination. We express our gratitude for the opportunity to be on this land and recognize our responsibility to respect and protect it. May our actions today and in the future reflect our commitment to honoring the history, cultures, and rights of indigenous people across Canada. African ancestral land acknowledgements. As we gather here today on the traditional lands of the indigenous people of Canada, we acknowledge that this land holds a history that stretches far beyond colonial borders. We honor the indigenous nations who have stewarded these lands for generations, and we recognize their ongoing connection to this land. In addition, we also recognize the African ancestors who were brought to this land through the painful legacy of the transatlantic slave trade. We remember those who were forcibly displaced from their ancestral homelands, and we honor their resilience, strength, and enduring contributions to the fabric of Canadian society. We acknowledge the rich cultural heritage and African peoples and their descendants have brought to this land, despite the systemic racism, oppression, and discrimination they have faced. Their perseverance has shaped the history of this nation and continues to inspire us today. In this moment, we commit ourselves to honoring the legacies of both the indigenous and African ancestors. We pledge to work towards justice, equity, and reconciliation, recognizing the intertwined histories of these communities and the importance of their contributions to Canada. May we work together in solidarity with a deep respect for the land and the peoples who have nurtured it, and with a commitment to creating a future where all can strive with dignity and honor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doctor. We appreciate you. All right. We have request that we stand to take the national anthem, Canadian national anthem. Can we please stand? short, some of us, we also join singer to sustain. And I was looking for doctors. Are you a medical doctor or PhD doctor? Something like this. Medical doctor. But nobody attempted it, so we are safe. Is that right? I would like to invite, can you please help me to fetch Dr. I'm looking for her now. She has not showed up for 2 minutes. Okay, all right. We will continue. Right, we have some good messages that will be coming after now. But before we do that, I would like to DJ, can you please give us a light? Let me give some consultation. Yeah.
You're right.
Thank you. Your visit is Dr. Masaka, I've been looking for you. I was only going to 9 months. Both look everywhere. Because I saw you and I disappeared. So, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we're going to listen to some safety, measures and information that will help us around the facility as we go on. And in saving, I want to introduce to you my co-moderator for today, Dr. Faisal. Please have your hands to take all the travel like many days all the way from the United States. Can you please put those hands together?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. It's nice to see your faces. This is my first time I've been in Canada. So I was a road trip and it was fun. The kids had more fun than I did. But it's nice to have all of you here to this wonderful, the first international conference for Canadian purebreds. I'm excited to be here, and I know that you are all excited to be here. This is going to be a wonderful time, and I hope you enjoy the ride. So today, just to start off, the safety tips. This is the exit door just to my left. And as you walk out, you have restrooms to your left, all the way male first and then female. And after that, you will see the office if you have any questions concerning where we are, the office, and someone is there right as we speak. And towards your right, as you go through this door, you will see the main entrance, and that is where you can walk out. If there is any emergencies, please do not panic. Just get up gradually and walk straight, gently, and calmly through the door. And if you do need to have anyone contacted on an emergency basis, please we have a doctor in the house, and we have other medical professionals here who can assist if anyone has any medical emergencies. Please, if there is any stressors that you have, find someone and ask for help. We're all here to assist in any way that we can. Thank you very much, and I thank you.
So, we are in this together. Alright, so I don't want to disappear again. I know you have been some other stuff behind the curtain, but again, we're going to pilot this together now. Can you please put your hands together for right about now, we're going to take on, we want to know why we're here. Many of us probably will feel this is a naming ceremony, or you feel it's somebody's investiture. All right. So if you are not sure, you're going to get to know more about why we are here and what we intend to achieve this 3, 4, 5 days that we'll be discussing. So we're going to introduce to you one man that is done so much, but he still has so much to be done. He's loaded. We must empty him. Everything he knows, we must give to the community. And I'm going to invite him forward as we take this citation. So, can you please join us to join your heads together as I invite forward Dr. Anyanwu Reginald as he steps forward. Please put your hands together.
Dr. Reginald Anyanwu. He bred me, he nurtured me in the safety profession, and it's part of one of the things that I have on my belt today, and it's because of him. So I'm glad to be here, to be part of this. Dr. Reginald Anyanwu has a PhD, and he was born in July 14th, 1964 in Nigeria. He's an author and a royalty holder for 16 books, available on the worldwide market via more than 80,000 shops and 3,000 online book stores. Each of his books is on the 7 different languages that has been translated. He is a licensed safety professional. He also has an OSHMS leader auditor. He has practiced occupational health for 30 years. That's a long time.